real quick.
And we
And
are live.
what's going on Twitch?
What's
So
up?
Twitch, you give me just 1 second here because we have a very unique situation on our hands here, Twitch. A very unique situation. So the Snyder Cut has leaked. The movie Snyder Cut, and me and my good buddy Sam JBS, Team JBS, we are about to dissect the shit out of this. So unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to hear him, but shit happens. Okay, I'm gonna be talking to you guys in the live chat as well. Let me turn off this other light. So I know my video quality is a little bizarre on Twitch for some reason. So let me just use this main light. So yeah, you're gonna be listening to me and Sam talk about the Snyder Cut leak, and I'll be talking with you guys in the live chat.
Dang,
Well.
whoa, it's 46 people here. Oh my god.
So even though you can't hear my best bud Sam here,
Okay.
you get the gist. Okay. Me and him will be talking about this. I'll be talking with you guys in live chat. There'll be another link that you can watch where you can hear Sam and I speak simultaneously.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're about to just jump into it. So be sure to follow and like your boy on YouTube, all that good shit.
We about to do the daggone thing, y'all.
Yeah, we're about to do this daggone thing. We're doing it, y'all.
So Jarrell, we had a conversation this morning because we were talking about, the pseudo leaked Twitch advertisement for Darkseid. It woke you up this morning. It totally threw your whole day out of whack. And we were conflicted because we didn't know what to do with this information and we didn't know how it leaked. But either way, something got brought to my attention. I was worried. I was terrified about the possibility of this film leaking. And I'm just curious, like when I said that, how did you feel about when I said it?
How did I feel about you talking about the leak?
The possibility of the film leaking.
So to be clear, this morning we were talking about how if the movie leaks, how you were saying that if the Snyder Cut leaks, then the concept of future sequels is pretty much dead in the water. And I'm not really sure what to think at the current time. I guess that's probably why we're here, right?
Yeah.
I was telling you that, like, if it leaks, like, I mean, if they patch it up quick enough, I mean, I don't know that a leak should destroy the entire notion of sequels. And I still slightly feel that way. That being said, this leak is almost hilariously bad, like meme-worthy bad.
It's really bad. It's really bad. People are legit hurt because one of my good friends, Chris Brown, he basically said that I'll put it in the chat and read it out really quick. He said that once it started being reported, basically that Warner Brothers, did jump on it, or HBO Max jumped on it, but then there were certain people that were just kind of sitting there and watching the whole entire film. One person watched the film from beginning to end, into credits, and took screen grabs of it and took the whole entire film. The whole entire film is actually been viewed and also has been grabbed. So at this point, the film itself, it's compromised. It's compromised. And to Skylar Hall's point, he put in the chat, this is definitely going to hurt the metrics. The whole reason why I kept on pouting all these different things and conjectures, because if the metrics don't hit like they're supposed to, this does not merit the need for a sequel, regardless of how good it does. It has to actually hit. And now, is it going to?
I don't know, because I was always making the argument, was it ever really going to hit in the first place? So now asking, like, after like this firestorm, here's what's fucked. Because my buddy Josh was like, how can a leak how can a leak sort of destroy? And I was like, listen, Josh, I want you to think of a flowing river, right? Now, I want you to imagine this river is just about to reach the ocean, right? But some fucking avalanche, some fucking mudslide just interrupted that passage of water, right? Now, it can still reach the ocean, to be fair, because best believe anybody walk around being like, hey, look at this footage. All these niggas are about to get sniped. I don't give a fuck if it is too late. All these niggas are about to get sniped real quick. Real quick, if they haven't already. You know what I mean? So and another thing, it's like, okay, so the problem is the main problem is that a bunch of people can see the film and they can have this negative outcome, and they can infect the other users, destructing the stream, or enough people can watch the cut to the point where it becomes redundant, for them to, get higher viewership than 1984. It's a tricky one. I think the biggest issue is if the people who have seen it are loud mouthing that it's bad. I feel like that's almost more important than the amount of people that have seen it. You know what I mean? Because if there's a bunch of because there's a particular person on Twitter, well, I'm not going to mention, who I brought to your attention, and if there's a bunch of people like him, fam, it's over. It may already be over, but
yeah, I would agree.
There's bad press right now, and it just keeps swelling, and people keep laughing at the memes, and they keep kind of being like, when they hear bad news, like,
yeah,
shit. I think the river may have been disrupted, unfortunately.
So I
live chat will be with you soon.
I agree on multiple different levels to that, because there are already people that were ready to already crap on this movie from the beginning. There are people that never wanted this movie to be made, or even the idea that this was even true. And I think that it's hard because a bunch of press have already been given access to see the whole entire film. And then all of a sudden, like, now the public who was just looking at their normal, like, HBO Max, it wasn't even from somebody else. It was actually on the HBO Max application. They were looking at Tom and Jerry, and as soon as they started it, it started to see.
First I heard that some critic from India had like leaked it on Reddit, which may still be true. About an hour's worth.
That's also true.
Yeah, about an hour's worth. Yeah, and then it swung into somehow, as if like a cruel joke. Some people, when they went to watch Tom and Jerry today, out of nowhere, it's like there was a glitch and they started watching the Snyder cut. Which is remarkable, because it's like, Jesus Christ, think of the amount of people that have likely screen recorded this hoe. You know what I mean? I'm afraid to admit it, but like I said at the beginning, I think someone said it's a bad press. Hell yeah, there is already. Unfortunately, I've seen it firsthand. But even if there weren't bad press, the memes mocking the leak and poking fun at the leak in and of itself is giving bad press. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think
it's just a hard situation, because, to be fair, this guy Doug, I'll read his quote real quick. Zack Snyder's Justice League was temporarily available on HBO Max, and error addressed within minutes, says the spokesperson or whatever. But the person that saw it, Doug Bass, says that he's never been a huge DC movie fan, including the 2017 theatrical version of Justice League, which was largely reshot and re-edited from Zack Snyder's version, yada, yada, yada. But after getting a preview of Zack Snyder's restored version and the amount of time he watched it, I had planned to watch it after the 18th at some point, he says, but now I'm actually really ready for the 18th. As it looks to be one of the better DC films I've ever seen. So, I mean, even though that happened, there are grounds to say there are some good press here. I mean, one thing I'll say is this: because this leak happened, there are people that they're zeroing in on this film. Like it's not even a joke. The problem is that for you people that really wanted this to have a chance for there to be a Justice League 2 or to be like at least a universe where Zack Snyder's films are going to kind of go and be something other than what they are right now, this will deflate that even more so than the word that I had earlier was that on March the 15th was the big premiere. A lot of people were getting invited to it and stuff like that. I was worried that between the 15th and the 18th, what I said to Jarrell is, what if the film leaks in between that time? That could legit tank the metrics for people that would have seen it on the 18th. Now, if there's a situation where people can see it, HBO Max and Warner Media, they have to do something to mitigate this, because I think it's on the 13th, this Saturday, it's going to be released in Spain anyway. So my proposal was that what they could do possibly, and I don't know if they're going to do it, to recoup any kind of like things are going to be thrown in the atmosphere for good or bad, is release this thing early. I personally feel like they should. They don't have to. They really could just wait and keep the ball running, because even to be fair, that one post that Doug put up there, that's actually been blocked. So it's not even available to even. He had like a small screen capture of just I think it's Ben Affleck there, and it said the Snyder Cut. So even that's been removed. And I think he also has some kind of list here. It said that Warner Brothers Pictures said it's a stolen clip. So he got flagged for that, even though it was a part of the Variety news report. So they're harping down on some things, but I feel like the damage is done, and they have to look at it in some way, shape, or form. To me,
I guess my thing is that I don't feel comfortable definitively saying that the sequels are not gonna happen, because the Snyder Cut should have never happened, and yet here we are. Now, the only little catch is that, because first off, I'm just gonna be fully transparent. I don't think they're gonna release it early. I don't think so. I could be totally wrong. I don't think they're gonna release it early. I think they're gonna literally stick to the exact same plan. All these dumbass motherfuckers, posting the Dark Side teaser, posting screenshots and clips. All these people are gonna get decapitated with copyright strikes, whether it's permanently, like their Twitters deleted, or their channel gets like 2 copyright strikes, whatever. Anybody around here told him with this footage, they're being sniped out real fucking quick. Like between now and the next 48 hours straight, as if like Warner Brothers hired a hitman. These people are being smoked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's bad, but I mean, this could very easily be a situation where it's like come Monday, like most people have forgotten, because everywhere you look, where the footage or the images are, there's just a dead account or a banned user. And to be fair, most people honestly are just like my good buddy Josh. He was like, what happened? Are you talking about the Wonder Woman thing? And I was like, Jesus Christ, you ever heard about this? So it's like, I mean, it is bad, but I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is if there is so much shit talking and there's so many people hating on what they saw. Again, if this is a Last of Us Part 2 situation, Zack is fucked. That's probably the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
If most people are going around being like, wow, this looks bad, and then this starts to rub off on other people, then it's over. But we're not going to get a clear vision of that until say Monday.
Yeah. So this is one thing that I was going to put into the atmosphere, because I mean, I do want to talk about Zack, because I do feel bad about what's happening to Zack in this. But the thing that I was going to bring up was the fact that, say hypothetically speaking, this was Godzilla versus Kong, right?
Sure.
And God forbid somebody turned on Tom and Jerry and they just started seeing Godzilla versus Kong, and they watched the whole entire thing, and then the internet knows how Godzilla versus Kong ends. They know exactly how it ends, and it just goes everywhere. That would deflate the people's excitement on how this is going to end up. Now, the ride and how they get there, yeah, people are still going to be excited. But if legit, like something like that happened, it would irrevocably damage the property. And I feel like there's so much of this film that people don't know, regardless of how they feel about Zack's visual version of whatever. But just in general, things they don't know. I think that is gonna hurt in some way, shape, or form if some kind of action is not taken into account. Because all they have to do technically is maneuver this around turrets, maneuver this around different spots, and it's just you can't stop a person from taking something like that and put it on their computer. Once it's out there in the web, it's out there. I think that the 2 hours that were available for that time frame, I was like, man, that's it. But I didn't know that the whole entire film was a situation that was compromised. And we will go and get to the chat. I haven't been answering anybody in the chat.
Yeah, real quick, let's see. Whack. No, I'm not watching the movie. You silly goose. Read the title. No, I'm just responding to the news that the movie leaks. Of course, I'm not watching the big thing about that. Idioto. No. Let me see here.
Yeah, somebody said, "Ain't no way this was an accident." I can't speak to that.
I don't even think it matters.
At this point,
it doesn't matter whether the leak was
the person that was handling it. I mean, they're in trouble. Like the person that was handling it on the HBO Max side, they're in trouble. But I don't know the ins and outs of it. I just know that it hurts this in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know that it's so. I don't know that simply the leak is bad enough to warrant just literal cancellation of sequels. I think we're gonna need way more than that. You would need like The Last of Us Part 2. You would need like an avalanche of hate to the point where come Monday, me and you both are just like, she's dead in the water. And I think it's too early to judge.
Because I think that the reason why I keep saying that, Jarrell, is
it's clear that like a lot of people have seen it. It's clear that there are some people who saw it and didn't like it. But to be fair, that second part's a bit of a given. I mean, what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is that he could still technically be safe. I don't think this is time to go suicide yourself. Like I think he's still, I don't know that the end is nigh just yet for the sequels, in my personal opinion. We would need an avalanche of bad press before I'm comfortable with saying.
Yeah, I mean, I agree to that, Mark, but I think that the reason and the only reason why there would ever be a merited sequel is not only people positively, unanimously enjoying it or entertained by it, but the numbers have to talk. And if they don't, I don't know how, Warner Media or AT&T can justify sustainably making this build to something more or spending any more extra money to allow this to continue to go. There's somebody in my chat that it seemed like they've seen the film. I don't know if they're saying that they've actually seen it or they just kind of feel a way about it. They said something about some bad visual effects. But was it Abusement Park? Let us know if you've actually seen the film. Please tread carefully because I don't want to have to like boot you from the chat. I don't want to boot anybody for spoiling anything in the movie, but anybody that does, I will have to get my moderator to kind of boot you. So please don't do that if you don't mind. Yeah. But as far as Zack, dude, like this sucks, bro. Like it's obvious that this man had a plan to release out these teasers in the way they did and build up to maybe a trailer or something else. But it's kind of like, my man can't catch a break, bro. Like it's just hitting this man. And I just, it really does hurt my heart, the fact that this is like a thing, man.
I do feel that Chandler, let me see here. Chandler, is there bad press? A little bit. There's some people who complain. This sounds so insane, but there's some people who've like they claim to have seen Martian Manhunter in the film and that he looks weird. There's definitely been a little bit of bad press, but again, there has not been like a Last of Us Part 2 avalanche of hate. I have not seen that. No, all I've seen is a bunch of niggas that are like, "Oh my goodness, oh we seen it," and then they're trying to like get traffic off it. That's all I've really seen. It's only been a little bit here and there where I've seen people being like, "It's like trash, just like I thought." But it's been very, very little.
Yeah, I had to ban somebody in my chat. They literally spoiled something really big in the film. And it's not even a joke. Like this person, I guess, has seen the movie. I had to block him. I had to block the user, unfortunately. So be careful, Jarrell.
Sure.
Schneider Stephen Wolf, thank you for let me know that. I apologize to any of you guys, the 109 of you guys here. Thank you so much. Make sure you leave a like. If you could, go down to the description bar below right now and go and follow my man Jarrell's Alexandria. Help him get to 19K. He's almost there. If you guys don't mind, go and give him some subscriber counts right now. I put his Twitch up there. I put his Patreon as well. Give him some love right now, you guys in the chat.
Yeah, for sure.
But bro, like he just cannot catch a break, bro.
I know, but I think we just need to rein it in a little bit. Because I know the league is bad.
It's bad. It's just like,
oh shit, people are already saying it's bad. Like, just keep your negativity off. Kai 2049. Hey, what's going on, Kai? Just Joe's saying, to be honest, I just looked it up. I don't see anything other than just speculation on what the movie is going to be like, which I guess could be bad press, but it doesn't mean it's going to be bad. I don't know. I need to like look around and make more of an assessment. But I'm telling you, Sam, again, like a mantra, if this thing receives like bad press, like Joe, you know what? Bad press, Last of Us. Oh no, no. Like I said, we'll know by Monday. Period. We'll know by Monday.
Hey, anybody that's in the chat right now, let me know if I need to ban anybody. Because I might have to block some people.
And by the way, if you're watching right now, I know this is bizarre. Hopefully, if you're wondering, I'm hoping you can hear my buddy Sam to this one. To this one little earbud. I know it's a big ghetto, but to be fair, I have a list of excuses for that I'm not interested in going into right now. But yeah, me and my buddy Sam JBS we're talking about the Snyder Cut movie leak. No, I'm not showing you the film. I don't have it, foolish. But we're just talking about the leak in general. Leave your thoughts about the leak. I'm not going to ask that, but leave your thoughts about the leak. What do you guys think about it? Do you think that just because the leak happened that the sequels might not happen? That's basically the crux of our conversation. I think we need way more impressive examples of bad press before we can just be like, he's fucked in that regard. Because again, the Snyder Cut is here. Hello, the first Justice League was hated how much? So you know.
I think that
because here's the thing: if it's a good film, it's a good film. There's nothing the haters can do about it. Okay.
True.
Because look what happened with The Last of Us Part 2. I know a lot of haters want to talk about how The Last of Us Part 2 is hated by everyone. But guess what, bitches? It's not, okay? It's loved by all kinds of people. And particularly now that we've gotten away from the leaks from The Last of Us Part 2, and people spent time playing the game, many people, way more than what the haters are talking about, have grown to love the game. Again, if the Snyder Cut is good, there's no amount of internet trolling that can stop it, period.
Yeah.
A good film is a good film.
Yeah, I think one of the things is that just based on expansion and breathing room and time, I feel like it's very plausible that this should be possibly better than what the theatrical gave us from an experience standpoint. And I think that that's a safe assessment to make that. Wouldn't this be better than theatrical? Because if it is, then it's already got like a one up, in my opinion. I think it's got like a good, successful track. But if it is really good,
And again, I think it's too early to sort of like because you gotta think like the amount of patching that's about to be done.
Oh, shout out to John Darius sending support to the super chat. Great work as always. Question: how do you think this will affect Emmerich's relationship with Warner Brothers overall? If you guys don't know, John actually is a writer on Team JVS. If you go to teamjvs.com, he's got a couple, actually a lot of different like written reviews. So definitely go and check him out. John, my personal perspective, I don't think it's going to affect anything, because this leak technically was on HBO Max's side. There's no evidence to suggest that Warner Brothers had anything or any involvement in it. So I don't think it's going to directly affect him in any way, shape, or form. I do think that they should, in my personal opinion, make a statement of some kind, stating what happened, what they plan to do to make it up to us fans, and also damage control. I do think that there actively needs to be some kind of conversation. If they're making an active, assessment to try to stop people from watching it. But to be fair, Calvin Ellison here right now, he just said he saw the first hour already. He literally said he just saw it, Jarrell.
Yeah. The amount of people that have seen the first hour of the Snyder Cut is so hilarious and sad all at the same time. Ty something. Let's hear. What's the fallout been like? I'm just now hearing about this. The best way I can give it to you, it's just too fresh. I mean, it seems like there's a plethora of people that had a chance to sneak a peek. Most links and footage and images are being taken down in real time, and there's a few people here and there talking shit. But to be fair, they were talking shit prior to the leak. So I'm just not yet convinced. I don't know. I don't think Sam's giving me a good enough case here. I'm not yet convinced that just because this happened, it's a no-go on sequels. Now, what will fuck this up is if this many people watch the Snyder Cut and this many people watch Falcon Winter Soldier. Okay, what's really gonna fuck it up is if come fucking day of, most people really hate it. That's what's going to bury it.
Nico, just real quick, just for disclaimer for people that are coming in right now in the chat and everything. Basically today it was two different issues that happened, which is so weird.
Yeah.
Twitch had like some kind of way. Twitch put a commercial out for Zack Snyder Justice League that basically had Darkseid in it. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. And like that happened. It was a fluke. And then there was another fluke where on the HBO Max application, if you were looking at Tom and Jerry today, if you were there with your children and y'all were like, yo, we're going to look at Tom and Jerry today. And all of a sudden, like you're looking at this rated R hardcore.
Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I feel sorry for some of those people that legit were trying to look at, and then all of a sudden they were kind of like, yeah, kids, I need you guys to kind of go into your room real quick. I want to look at the Justice League.
Can I just say, I am so jealous of the people that got to watch the first hour of the Snyder Cut. Like really, how lucky are you, fam? How lucky are you? For real.
Yeah. So Vince and Nico, hopefully that gave you guys some insight. Thank you again for the super chat, John. I really do appreciate it. Man, it's a lot of you guys. Oh wow, it's 141 of you guys. You guys, please go and check out my brother. Go to the description bar below and follow his channels. Go and follow him on Twitch. Definitely join his Patreon, but more than anything, subscribe to his YouTube channel because he's about to hit 19,000 subscribers. So go and help him, give him some love, you guys. If you don't mind, also liking his video and liking this video. What do we got here? True, I agree. I've seen many channels, people nitpicking every single thing just to sway others into thinking it's trash. Some are the same one that gave Wonder Woman 84 an A+ rating. Look, I can't speak for people that just want to hate on Zack, just hate Zack. At the end of the day, when March 18th or whenever the movie drops officially happens, if the movie is good, that should be enough. but it's not going to be in the eyes of some people, and that's okay. That really is okay. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, man.
But mark my words, because Kai just hit on the head. Kai 2049 just did a quick search. So far, I've read just a few comments about the movie being trash, but overall, I haven't seen anything that is super damaging or major to say that this movie is terrible. That's kind of where I am. I just don't think we're there yet. Really don't.
Hell no, I'm not watching Tom and Jerry anytime soon. Yeah, you guys, you should check out Jarrell's review on Tom and Jerry. That's actually a classic one. Let's see. If we know anything about Zack Snyder, he's a visual director. We all know when it comes to visuals and CGI, he's the best. And the best, so bad CGI is just some haters talking. That's a fair assessment. Normally, I've never seen a film from Zack that the VFX is trash. I honestly haven't.
Maybe not trash. That might be a little bit intense,
like I've never seen one where it's trash. So I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the word trash. Trash is a little harsh, but I mean, there's been some undesirable CGI for sure.
So this is another good, interesting question. Edward Arnott posted, somebody else said it. If Justice League ends up being good, would you be okay with a Man of Steel 2? Or would you want a Man of Steel 2 and a Justice League 2? This is a question for you, Jarrell.
What was the question again?
So if Justice League does good, if it actually is really good and it's well received, would you rather them greenlight a Man of Steel 2 or a Justice League 2 or both? I'm just curious.
Justice League 2, either way. What, you want crack? I mean, if we get a Superman film, that's fine. But no, roll out that sequel, baby. What you talking about? The time for waiting for a Man of Steel sequel with Henry, we'll be dead by then. Give me that Justice League sequel, man. Shit. Black Rock Wednesday leaked. Oh no. Goddamn, Black Rock, you didn't hear about this? Hell yeah, fam. Hell yeah. Snyder Cut leaked. You ain't gonna be able to find it now, baby. But yeah, no, the Snyder Cut leaked. There's some reports of some people seen the whole film. Mostly as odd as it sounds, most people have only seen an hour. Something like this happened with I think it happened with House of Cards or something like that. But either way, yeah, it leaked. Dude, Black Rock Wednesday. You haven't heard about this, boy? If you don't take your ass to Twitter, it's a firestorm. We're talking about the memes are tasty, baby. What you mean? But
you know what? I should say stay away from Twitter if you don't want to be spoiled. Stay away. Like honestly, stay away from TikTok because TikTok actually been showing scenes, bro.
TikTok's been there's scenes on TikTok.
Yeah, there's scenes on TikTok. There's scenes on Instagram, of course. Reddit and Twitter, they've been trying to mitigate those and kind of keep people from doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I would just say be mindful and be careful. This is the reason why I say that, in my opinion, this should be publicly addressed, whether it's from Warner Media or whether it's from Warner Bros., whoever, to figure out and give some kind of vote of confidence. Okay, this is how we're going to mitigate this situation. This is how we're going to maneuver around it, because after it's released in Spain, I mean, I fear this, Jarrell. I really do fear this. I fear that there are going to be multiple different leaks of this film between now and Monday.
First off, if the movie leaks again,
tread carefully.
It might be doomed. But again, I think it's more so about the bad press in my book. It needs an avalanche of bad press, really bad. That's what it needs to sink. It also needs this viewership to be just snuffed out. Okay. Again, if Falcon and the Winter Soldier just fucking does light years, it just goes light years ahead of this motherfucker in terms of viewership, it's over. That's it. You ain't got to worry about it, leak.
Chulo, thank you so much for subscribing to Jarrell. Thank you for following his Twitch. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing a BVS commentary. For you guys that don't know, we're gonna be doing it on my Twitch. That's going to be interesting. Because our Man of Steel one is probably historic at this point.
I'm so glad I didn't show my face in that one. Let's see here. Black Rock Wednesday. Oh Lord, I gotta jump in. Black Rock, you must have been at work or something, because baby, it's a firestorm on social media. Black Rock, HBO did that with a couple Game of Thrones episodes. Yeah, fam, it's bad. Okay, when you jump on Twitter, your fucking head's about to explode. Like it's wild, fam. I'd be careful. In fact, maybe don't. I feel like the biggest issue is for people who are sensitive to spoilers. I feel like that's the biggest pressing issue, and well, embarrassment.
Yeah. So somebody said something. Never mind. I'm not gonna feed into that. I'm not gonna add that. I'm not gonna add that one. Somebody said something real controversial that I don't think I can agree with it whatsoever.
Oh, fuck it, man.
Let me.
But no, I'll give you a good segue. I think. I do think that they should release it early, but at the same time, they're not going to. And it makes sense for them not to. Like, you gotta understand, their plans were so locked in for the Snyder Cut that to deviate, the amount of effort it would take, Samuel, goodness, to deviate from all that, Jesus Christ. An argument could be made, how in the flying fuck could you even come up with such a good short-term plan anyways? But I just don't see them deviating. I see them staying the course. My nigga, I don't give a fuck how many bullets come at us. We're going to block them bullets. We're just going to release this bitch on time, and we're just going to pray that if it's a good film, God willing, that's what outshine on some real shit.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Prince Entertainment earlier today, and he kind of posed the same exact points as you. It's just like, just bear through it and do it or whatever.
Yeah.
And part of the issue, if they did choose to release it early, you got 10 days to try to reassess how to deal with this global international release. It's literally releasing everywhere except for China and Japan, everywhere. And
on Saturday it's releasing in Spain.
So in Spain it's releasing early, but I'm talking about on the 18th it's releasing everywhere.
Sure.
So if they say, hypothetically speaking, they decided, all right, we're going to move it to Saturday. That's a lot. Like any kind of plans that they had, any kind of red carpet, like
that's what I'm saying. You're talking
like
about
the embargo.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying
early.
Like, yeah. Everything would have to be. If I was them, I don't even know if it's worth all the effort, Sam. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. You know how fucking arduous of a process that would be. Fuck that. Any nigga that dared put their chest out, go shoot that nigga and let's just keep on moving. That's literally what I was. If I was them, that's what I'd be thinking. Fuck them bitch ass nerds. That's what I would have thought, honestly. Fuck them. Anybody that has the audacity, hit them with a copyright strike. Let's just keep it moving. Because there's still a plethora of people that have no idea about what we're talking about, Samuel, despite the leak. For real. Some people have no idea. Some people are going to start looking right now, and they're just going to keep running into this image is restricted. This image has been removed from copyright. You know what I mean?
So yes and no, Jarrell, because there are ninjas that get their stuff from torrents, religiously. There's sites that they get to, and those sites, as soon as they're up there, that's it. Like it's like the dark web, it's not coming back. And I fear that that's where we're at right now. I pray that they're able to stop it. And I pray that we're able to kind of come to some kind of counterbalance so that, the people that are going to be able to see this on Monday, that they can have a really great experience, that the critics that have already seen this, that they'll be able to not feel jaded one way or another, and they can just be able to give their full critical review of it on an efficient amount of time. And then effectively on the 18th, people that have the opportunity to be able to watch it. I would love that to happen, but I can't erase what's happening right now. And God forbid tomorrow, if it happens again or it's worse, I don't I don't know.
First off, if this movie fucking leaks again as badly as it just did, they might actually have to just be forced to just release it early or something. Because goddamn, how bad is your fucking security for this to happen again? Shit.
Oh man. So I don't know, man. There's plenty of you guys that are like in the chat saying stuff, and I'm being very cautious about who I'm showing what. I do appreciate all 135 of you guys watching. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button. But Jarrell, I don't know, man.
Yeah, like this reminds me of a classic story with the Hateful Eight, Tarantino film. A famous leak. It's got to be one of the famous leaks in all of cinema. His script leaked, and there was a moment where he got so angry where he thought like he had to, cancel it and all this. And it wasn't that. I mean, yeah, it was embarrassing, and yeah, he was real pissed. And yes, the information went seemingly everywhere at the time, but look at where we are. You know what I'm saying? Again, a good film always wins. But Samuel Leggett, if it's not a good film,
Oh, bruh, look, I don't know.
And again, if people start hating this bitch like Joel Miller, Samuel Leggett is over.
Wait, Joel Miller?
Yeah, my boy Joel, Last of Us. If more people watch,
like it's a situation like that. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you need mountains of hate. We don't have that right now. We just have a bunch of niggas, making memes and trying desperately to be like, oh, if I click Tom and Jerry as a play now, like that's where we're at right now.
Yeah. A commentary on Man of Steel is priceless. It was. Definitely go and see it, you guys, on our Twitch right now. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all debating like CGI and stuff like that. I ain't got time to be talking about that. So Jarrell, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Sure.
Right now, as it stands, given everything that's happened,
yes, sir.
Do you think that Zack Snyder's Justice League will or could be successful, and why?
I kind of feel like I already answered that. If it's a good film, it's a good film. There's nothing you could do about it. There's no amount of memes or hate you can throw at it to snuff that out. Like think about all the hate that The Last Jedi got, and there's still rumors of a Rian Johnson trilogy happening. You know what I'm saying? Which is genuinely remarkable. And I'm saying that as someone who loves The Last Jedi deeply. Again, what's gonna hurt is if it just if the movie leaks again on the weekend, which I don't see happening. If that happens, they must have the worst security known to man.
So I just feel
like it's too early. I think you're just knee-jerk reaction. I think you're having a knee-jerk reaction. That's my like fully transparent.
It's bad because I already said this was gonna happen. It's not even a knee-jerk reaction to me. I said this is gonna happen, Drew.
Okay, that's fine. But to be fair, it was more so if this happens, that's the end. And I'm not convinced yet that's the end.
Because at this point, I think the reason why I asked that question, I mean, I'm glad that that's how you feel. At this point,
we don't know.
For the general fans, like comic book fans, that are just gonna naturally look around. Sure. I don't know that there's gonna be any more secrets left to entice them to watch a movie that's already come out in 2017.
I guess, but most people still want to see it, and most people are not going to be able to see it right now. I guess maybe if you're lucky, you can go on TikTok and see something real quick. Maybe I'm sure maybe some people got some fun screenshots, but most people aren't going to be actively looking. Most people don't even understand what happened, Samuel. Some of my closest friends didn't even know what happened. They were like, huh? What do you mean? I just got off work.
Yeah, I think this is where I'm at with it, Def Dare. I think that's honestly where I am with it. I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna kind of be hopeful for it. This is so weird. You're hopeful. You're more hopeful than me. You're more hopeful.
I mean, it's the truth. It's not enough to spell the end. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it's embarrassing. Okay. Yes, it's unfortunate.
This man Lucas then jumped in the chat.
What up, nigga? What up, nigga? Stanley 237. Has there been an official statement on the leak? Technically, yes. I can pull it up. Actually, give me a second. Technically, yes.
Who made the statement? I'll pull it up on this end.
Give me 1 second. We all know how good old Facebook
Hold
is.
on, I gotta be careful on Twitter, bro. Me. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till you to give me the link because I'm scared and terrified to even go on
give me
Twitter right now.
1 second.
Just let my man Barry Allen's face just be rolling around in the backdrop.
Okay, so this is from comicbook.com. Zack Snyder's Justice League was temporarily available on HBO Max, and the error was addressed within minutes. This is a statement obtained from HBO Max today by comicbook.com.
So wait, hold on.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that the only verbiage that they had was that it did happen and it was taken care of within minutes. And I
can read it again. Zack Snyder's Justice League was temporarily available on HBO Max, which is hilarious wording, and the error was addressed within minutes.
Okay.
Listen, I know you think
I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna comment.
It's the answer. It's the answer to Stanley 237's question. Has there been an official statement on the leak? There's that. So technically, yeah, sort of, yeah, pretty much. That's the only thing we got so far, to be fair. But yeah, and obviously, Samuel, those looking are gonna find something tasty. We're still early hours up in this bitch, but by tomorrow morning or within the first 48 hours, find a way to let
it go. Okay. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Lucas, for letting me know that, because I was like, Warner Media hasn't. Okay. So yeah, the people that are actually doing this thing. So Lucas, what do you think they're gonna say? I wish I could bring Lucas in this. Nah, I'm not gonna bring Lucas in this. Never mind.
What, Lucas? No, you should bring him on. Bring him on, Lucas. Come to the stream, baby.
We are not. Lucas is gonna shut the whole stream.
No, you're scripting. You are scripting.
No.
This stream will hit 400 people. Bring Lucas on. I am telling you, Lucas. Get the link. I'll send you the link, Lucas. Don't even worry about it, my nigga. I got you, my nigga. Hold up. I got you, man. No, if Lucas gets on here, oh God, this this shit's up. You are literally gonna have 500 niggas up in this stream. You understand me? Hold on, I'm about to bring my nigga on.
Look, no, it's gonna be a World War III situation.
No, it's not. We're talking about the leak. We're not talking about the quality. Well, but we're talking about the leak.
You know, you boy.
I was about to say we're not exactly talking about the quality, but
yeah,
but we don't know. This is the thing that I push back on you. We don't know.
Oh my God, Thanos has arrived.
It's about to be legendary. It's about to be legendary. What do you mean?
Hey, look here. I was finishing my discussion for Snowfall upcoming episode, and I said, I can't believe these niggas is up here talking about this leak.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking, bro.
First things first, because I'm gonna make this quick, because I'm clearly not gonna stay, because y'all gonna be going crazy for a minute here. So I'm not gonna go crazy with y'all for a minute. I'm just gonna say this. Fuck anybody equally who decides to put out any of this information about the leak. You are assholes, and you're purposely doing it because either one, you're jealous because no one liked WandaVision. Two, you're jealous because no one gives a fuck about Falcon and Winter Soldier dropping. Or three, you are jealous because Endgame was a piece of shit. Understand this. Understand it, and it's really clear here. I remember when people in that other universe cared so much that Infinity War had leaked the beginning and the end of it, that they decided to shut down all forms of social media to do so. And here we are off of these minor leaks, which none of them are important, and all of them look like they were shot on the iPhone 5. But they are hyping these up like it tells them anything. I've seen all 3 of the clips. And maybe another clip, but I've saw 3 of the clips.
Yeah, don't describe them. Don't describe them.
I have no interest in describing them because to me, in the end, I don't want to take away the enjoyment that anybody could possibly get from viewing this movie as a whole.
Yeah.
I get no fun in taking away that from people. Now, is this an honest mistake from Warner Media? Yes. I believe that this was a test run for them. They're trying to overlay it to make sure it runs smooth on the day it drops. This is what every streaming service does. I think someone got caught with their pants down.
Yeah. And
it lasted for like an hour and people were acting like they got the whole movie. We know you didn't get the whole damn movie. We know that's not true. Sure. So, but why are you out here milking it to make people mad for no reason? I don't see how you get fun out of it. I don't see how you get pleasure out of that. And it's one person in particular I could be possibly talking about. I'm just not going to say any names about it, but I remember how that person reacted when certain things from another universe leaked, and it was, don't post it, don't post it. You can't take any of that for credit. Like, dude, you can't have it both ways here. Or attempt to shit on a movie that you've seen clips of and you take it out of context.
So real quick, Lucas, real quick. So I wanted to get your opinion on it. You just dropped some major bombs, sweet Jesus. But listen, so Sam, I disagree with Sam on this. I get that the leak is bad, baby. Okay, I get that it's embarrassing. I get it. I get that the memes probably hurt. I'm sure that Zach's gonna wake up in a cold sweat tomorrow. But I just don't think that this is enough. I don't think the information that we have because I'm countering Sam's point. I disagree with Sam in that I don't think that this is enough to just snip and destroy any notion or any semblance of hope for any other Elseworlds Justice League.
You know what?
I think that's weird.
You mean expanding off of this?
Correct.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's ever happening. Never happening. Like
you don't think the sequels?
I will put it like this: the point that it was announced that this was a cul-de-sac to nowhere is letting people know, like, this is all you're getting. You're not getting anything else.
Listen, I'm not saying the odds of sequels are good. I'm just saying, like,
it's a better chance you're going to get a Blade Runner 3.
I'm with you. We will. So just accept it. I'll fight you on this. Don't make me. Okay, I'll jump over this.
But I believe I can say this. But I believe that the leak happening, boys, it's going to bring excitement for this movie. I don't see how anyone could see it in the reverse. The main guy that Hollywood Reporter got the report on that this leaked, he said, I planned on watching Justice League sometime after the 18th. Now, I can't wait for this movie to come out. All these little clips did, it's another form of promotion. That's all I would use it as.
Listen, if you think that the idea of Snyder sequels is never going to happen, leak or no leak, that's totally fine. But since we're on the subject with the leak, I think that if it's a good or a great film, I think it's possible that there could be non-DCEU sequels. I could totally see it. I don't think that's illogical.
I think we're going to disagree on 2 points here because you said whether it's a good or great film. I don't think either one of those are a possibility. I don't think it would be a good film. I don't think it will be a great film. It's going to be a horrible movie. Absolutely horrible. But reason why they won't do any more after this is because they don't want to do any more after this.
I'm with you, but all I'm trying to say is just because of what happened today, I don't think that would be enough to make it so that sequels couldn't happen. I get that you don't think they would happen either way.
I'm about to say, I don't think today had any impact on anything. Besides,
that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Today's biggest impact is that, to me, it makes more people want this movie.
Thank you.
right now you have piqued people's interests. It's people who are searching like crackheads on Twitter, on any porn site, anywhere to find any remnants of what leaked. They're looking for it. If you're HBO, you have those people by the balls. You literally did what normal drug dealers do. I'm gonna give you the first hit for free, but boy, if you want some more of this rock, you have to pay for it. And I think that's what people are wanting. They want more of this movie, and I love that. It's a great thing to do. This could have been, again, just my imagination and the way my brain works. This could have been part of promotion for them, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was. All you know is that maybe an hour leaked, maybe of a 3-hour movie, an hour leaked. When Marvel leaked portions of Infinity War.
Sure.
What was the difference?
This is exactly what I was trying to tell Sam. I'm like, bro, I get that it's embarrassing. I get that people probably made some polarizing memes, but there is not enough avalanche.
Who do you think is embarrassed about this? Who do you think is embarrassed about this? It ain't. I guarantee you.
110%.
Oh,
Zach and Tony are embarrassed.
But guess what? Guess the group of people it didn't matter was embarrassed. Zach.
What?
Doesn't matter. He's embarrassed. Zach is not because Zach is not a rookie. Zach understands the way this game works, and I'm pretty sure. I'm more than 1,000% sure that Warner Brothers, not Warner Brothers, because for you all, I'll address that in a minute. But Warner Media came and told him, "Hey, we may do something that's going to cause some publicity. Some clips are going to leak out. We're going to make sure they're clips that you want to have leaked out. And it's not going to tell any elements truly of your story, but it's going to give people enough that's going to make people want more." And he's probably like, well, I don't really want to do that. And they say, well, it's really not your choice. Like, we understand what's going to drive this movie up and drive it through the roof. It's already beating that other project that's supposed to be dropping the same week as it. So now we need to take it to the point where it becomes the biggest event since Amazingly Coming to America 2. Like, we need this movie to be a huge event. And because you need it to be a huge event, if I gotta leak a little bit of it to make it a huge event, that's perfectly fine.
First off, I'm so proud. My nigga Lucas just came on. Jesus Christ. My man.
I've just been keeping my mouth shut. I just been letting them talk. I haven't said nothing.
No, Lucas is literally confirming what I've been trying to tell you for however long we've been going live. There is not enough bad press to suggest like all is woe is me and fucking Zach should cry in the corner. Like, get the fuck out of here. There's a few people that are like, yeah, it looks bad, but most people have no idea what happened.
Exactly. That's the key part, Jarrell. Hold up, Sam. That's the key part there. You saw a few clips. You have the slightest idea what those clips mean. You have the slightest idea. Again, you don't even have to describe the clips that I saw to notice that when I saw them, I said, oh, these are random as fuck.
Right.
These are equivalent to the things that Zach has been putting out anyway. I learned nothing from these clips. Nothing at all.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, Lucas. This is the only question I have, and I feel like you would be a good person to ask this question for certain reasons. Do you think that because there's two different people I've talked to. One person said that only an hour of the movie went out and it went on the net. Another person said that 2 hours of it went out, but people have been taking different clips from it and moving it all over the place. And then another person, a couple people in the chat said they actually saw the first hour of the film, right? Do you think that at least 2 hours of this film is out there on the net right now? That's the question that I have.
This was no, I don't. And the rumor that made it people believe it was 2 hours is because of, and this is kind of technical. It's about the time frame that Tom and Jerry, which it was leaked behind, stretched out. Tom and Jerry as a whole, I think, stretches out for close to 2 hours. So you would assume the data from that, if it's attached to Justice League, that much information would have gotten out. But then the guy who did the article with the Hollywood Reporter, he even reported an hour into it, an error message came up and it disappeared. I would more rather believe that, because I haven't seen something for. I have channels. That's all I'm going to say, to see things that I shouldn't be able to see, and I haven't seen an ounce of that film anywhere. If it leaked and you got a little clip, again, all the clips you see is from somebody shooting with an Android 6. Like it's very grainy like footage. It's nothing clear that makes me think that it was downloaded from the net, because I know the difference between downloading a movie and posting it versus filming it with my phone and showing people. It looks way more that people filmed it on their phone just out of excitement for being able to see it. But the moment that they could do anything else, that movie got erased. Which made me think that if you react that fast to it, you planned it. Because you don't react that fast to a leak randomly attached to a Tom and Jerry movie without and randomly someone reports it on Twitter and you pay attention to it. That makes no sense.
Curious question for the both of you. How much good press have you heard from the situation, and what stands out?
I think that Lucas, the person that actually was on the Variety, and I think he's on the Hollywood Reporter, the guy Doug was like,
fucking love.
I wasn't trying to look at this joint, but I looked at it and I'm like, man, I want to see it now. Like,
in all honesty, I can say this, and God forgive me for this. God forgive me for this. Okay, I'm not going to explain anything that I saw because that's unnecessary.
Okay.
The short clips I saw,
take it easy, Lucas,
made me more interested in watching the rest of the movie than anything I've seen prior.
Whoa!
What?
Because they were so.
Can you repeat that again? Can you repeat that?
No, he just said it. No, don't repeat it.
They were so far out of context. I'm like, man, I'm wondering, how did we get to this moment? How did we get to this moment? I'm way more interested now on how we got to those moments than I was in anything else I saw.
You silver-tongued devil, you. A little bit intrigued. I think
that's going to happen to lots of people. Because some of them are so far out of context. You just like, I need to know, like, put this in context for it to make more sense for me. And that's my thing. It's not about it being good or bad. It's that I want it to make more sense. Yeah,
and I was telling Sam, we're not really going to have, because he's been having these fears of like, oh, it's, everyone's going to be bad mouthing that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know that we're ever really going to have a super clear indication of this until like Monday or something. And in real time, again, most people don't even know what happened. Most people are just posting funny memes, or they're just desperately trying to find said footage,
or people who post that Agatha leaked it. But it's the same broad who couldn't fix WandaVision. Like, I need you to explain to me. Like, it makes no sense to me. It's people who automatically just want to hate on this movie. They're the ones who are posting all the negative stuff about it. And no matter what they saw, they were going to post negative things about it.
Yeah.
And while I am not a component at all. I'm not a champion of this film ever being good. But the one thing I was always a champion of, and Sam knows it from the beginning, was that it should come out. That was my thing. It should come out. I think it's going to be bad, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't come out.
God damn it, Lucas!
It has nothing to do, and it has nothing to do with Zack at all. It has nothing to do with Zack. To me, it should come out because people wanted to come out. What the hell is the point of holding it? Just let it go. It could be bad. Guess what? It has no effect. And that's another thing that certain people who like a certain other film series hate, that other people bring up. No matter if this is good or bad, it's not going to have any impact or anything DC related. Meaning, people are not going to then magically hate all DC films because of this, or not think that DC films have set themselves back because of this movie coming out. No, none of that is going to happen here.
Yeah,
people are either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Yeah, the only thing that's gonna bury this film is if, like, for example, if Falcon the Winter Soldier just like dog walks this viewership wise. If like when this movie,
it's not gonna happen.
Shut up, Lucas. If when shut up.
If when, didn't want to hear.
That's never gonna happen.
Give
me something more realistic.
Shut up.
Just give me something more realistic. Give me something more realistic.
I would if you would shut the fuck up.
Give me something more realistic.
Yeah. Now, outside of that, the only other thing that would destroy it, again, like I've been telling him, is if there were like Joel Miller, Last of Us Part 2 level bad reception. That's the only way this bitch is getting sank real motherfucking quick. And then Sam, then all your fucking worries, you can clutch them and hug them all day long. But until that day happens, I think we're fine.
Batman would have to rate Wonder Woman for this to be received bad.
Shit. I can't believe you just said that. And
other than that, it's not. And Marvel would have to buy everything humanly possible for Falcon and Winter Soldier's viewership to touch this.
Oh,
I doubt it.
Man, like who the fuck is excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I've seen enough black and white buddy cop movies in my life. I don't need to see Marvel's version of Lethal Weapon for me to think it's going to be interesting.
You asked me.
No, it's not going to be interesting.
Fair, I didn't anticipate a nigga just hating on the MCU. Who does that? Only a nigga like Lucas would do some weird shit like that. But anyway, moving past that, okay. Again, that's the only real two examples. Other than that, I think we're fine, baby. Business as usual.
I think this is going to be. I think this is one of the best things that humanly possible that could have happened for this movie.
Yeah, just keep it moving, okay? Anybody who sticks to the
when we thought things may have been dying down,
yeah,
boy, did it skyrocket today. Like, this is awesome. And please, people, stop saying Warner Brothers is sabotaging this movie. First things first, Warner Brothers has absolutely nothing to do with this movie. They have no control over this movie. I know people want to pigeonhole Warner Brothers because you still think that Warner Brothers is the same company. No, Warner Brothers is equivalent to Pixar and Marvel now. They are a production unit. That's why they don't promote this movie, because they have nothing to do with it. Warner Brothers has no control over HBO Max at all. They can't purposely leak something, but Warner Media can, and that's the conglomerate that owns everything. They can purposely put out an hour of this film to gauge reaction to it. Because one, they know they're about to be shitted on in 2 or 3 days. Like, are we even would we be surprised if every critic shits on this movie? No, we're not going to be surprised by that. So if I can leak something where enough fans could see short clips of something and they get excited, they're not going to pay attention to anything critics say.
So you think that? Go ahead.
No, I was saying, just so we can skip past this. Like, Sam's been on this train of thought of they're going to release it early. They're going to release it early. I don't think this is. I don't think that's happening. I mean, I want that to happen, but there's just no fucking way. What do you think about that? It's
too much hype around that date. Why would they release it early? I would need a reason why they would need to release it early. And nothing has come up that will make them release this movie early.
I suppose that the leaks got bad enough, but they seem to be patching up the leaks pretty fucking good, if you ask me. So, like,
hold up. Here you go, Jarrell. Ain't that amazing?
What's that?
They managed to patch a leak of a film within a couple of hours, and it's nowhere on the net to be found.
That's true. For the most part.
That's kind of odd, right?
Well,
how often does that happen? Where a leak could be damn near erased, but certain short clips that you don't mind being out there.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it depends on what you mean by erase, because it is a little. I know Sam was talking about there's some footage like on TikTok and things
I'm telling you. So, the clips on there are about 40 seconds long. It's about 3, maybe 4. My nigga, if those don't sound like promotional clips, come on now. And magically, an hour of this film leaked, and no one has the entire hour.
I wouldn't be prepared to die on that hill, but it's an interesting.
Hey, it's gonna have to show up for me to be like blown away. I'm gonna need it to show up somewhere, because right now, amazingly, that hour not being anywhere on the net, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So do you think that if the movie itself, hypothetically speaking, got completely leaked, you still think that they would
They still gonna hold out to that. They still gonna hold out to that
of just the global release of it.
They're still gonna hold
so
out
much
to
behind that global release.
Hey Sam, you remember when Marvel films used to leak 2 weeks early, no matter what?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Did they move any dates around because of that happening?
They normally
not
never
a
did.
single
They
day.
They knew they would guarantee that.
Yeah, they didn't care.
That clout.
And here's the thing: even if it leaks, it's not unless it leaks in 4K.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You're not going to force their hand. If it leaks just as a grainy piece of footage that's not good quality, no one's going to care. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop anyone who wants to see this in its proper format from watching it. Leaks don't stop that. I hate to tell people that people who had hopes of another company that a leak would do something, leaks don't stop that from happening. Every film leaks. Every single one of them leak.
It's interesting.
It never stops people from wanting to see it in its best possible format.
But another thing that I was saying, Sam, it's like, bro, they are so like they have their plans, their distribution plans so locked in. Like if I was, even though I would like them to release it early, if I was them, I would just say any nigga with the audacity, throw a copyright strike at them and just keep it moving.
Hey, dude, put it like this. I feel bad for every outlet, every critic that will be getting this film and access to it after this point. Boy, are you going to be monitored like hell.
Yeah,
to the 10th degree. They ain't playing no games at this point now.
I suppose.
Because normally when things leak, it leaks because someone who got a screener decides to post it up somewhere.
Normally, yep.
Right.
That's how leaks happen. I mean, come on, we got Boss Level came out this past weekend, right, Sam? On Hulu?
Yep.
It leaked in October. And they released it on March the 5th. It leaked in 4K in October.
In that film's defense, it ain't the Snyder cut, but I feel where you're coming from, though.
But that's a bigger point, though, for me, Jarrell. Because this is the Snyder cut, people are going to watch it no matter what anyway.
That's a strong point. Strong point.
If Warner Brothers wanted to, I mean, I keep on saying Warner Brothers. If Warner Media wanted to offer this movie for sale the same day it dropped, it would break it would break Blu-ray records. If they were to do that.
So I think, do you think they might do that? That they might still, because the album is dropping, I think on the 17th or the 18th.
I think VOD drops the same day, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to leak then. I hate to tell you this, Sam. Prepare yourself. This movie's going to leak in full in great content by Tuesday or Wednesday. Because if it's coming on VOD, the services that normally give stuff to VOD gets the movie about 3 to 4 days earlier than an actual official release date. That's when things tend to actually leak out, is when a VOD date is announced. And when they're sending it out, that's when it leaks.
If I'm not mistaken, the VOD is going to be distributed in one of the international markets.
That means it's definitely leaking. No, that means it's definitely leaking.
So yeah, it's going to be over there. And that's why I was talking about with Spain. Spain is releasing on this Saturday.
Then I was gonna leak Saturday. There you go.
So that's what I was talking about.
But no. But to me, that's not a leak. They knew that it was a chance that would happen.
Sure.
When they released the movie, it's an international release.
Sure.
Now it's not going to. The language most likely won't be in English because they try to hide that dub track as much as humanly possible. Sure. But even if it does, they don't care. Yeah. Guess what? Most people are actually honest and legitimate, and they're not going to watch it if it's not on HBO Max. I know that.
So Lucas, if let's say like a really bad leak happens this quote unquote leak, a really bad leak happens this weekend, like it leaks in 4K. Let's say like swarms of people watch it, and there's an immense hating on what they're saying. Do you think this has any substantial impact on its viewership?
No.
Why?
Because people will either still want to watch it to defend it against people who hate on it, or people who hate on it will watch it just to hate on it more.
Yeah.
It is a perfect microcosm of a film that equally haters and non-haters will all gather around to watch this movie. My nigga, Coming to America literally had some of the worst audience numbers ever. Coming to America, it was announced today, is the most viewed streaming movie of the last 3 years.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It topped everything.
I can see that. I can see that.
They released data today to say it topped everything's debut.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because again, people knew it was bad. People hated it, but you still hate watch it. And Snyder Cut at the end, if you don't like it, people are going to hate watch it. People are going to love watch it. Yeah. It's going to be people like my mom who is questioning why there's another Justice League movie out with the same people, and she can't wait for this 4-hour movie to come out. Like it's people like this in the world. So I don't think it's a chance. It's a bigger chance if Falcon and Winter Soldier leaked and it was shitty that people wouldn't watch that. They would skip that and watch Snyder Cut.
Lucas, don't.
So hold on, Lucas. I'm gonna ask you a question because Terrell has brought this question up before because of how well Wonder Woman performed. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's possible that this film will perform better than Wonder Woman?
Before you even start,
why?
Yes, because to me, it's bigger.
So
it's a bigger film than Wonder Woman 84. As much as I think in 2 weeks, Kong and Godzilla will outperform it.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm so glad you said that.
Like it's just the scale of things. Everything evolves over the next project, and they've done a good job.
Shout out to Bill Go Belt Podcast.
They've done a good job at promoting this film, and it's going to be big, and everyone knows it's going to be big. And then 2 weeks from now, Godzilla and Kong will be the biggest debut of anything.
Yeah.
But I don't think Wonder Woman, it's fair to compare Wonder Woman to anything else because Wonder Woman was the test subject. It was the test to see what could happen.
Exactly.
This has been something that people have been waiting for since that trailer debuted at DC FanCon. Am I saying it right? Or did we get a fandom?
Fandom? I think fandom.
It was something before that. It was
the initial announcement. The initial announcement on HBO Max that I told you was going to happen, and no one believed me, that they were going to announce the Snyder Cut. Then that official announcement, people have been waiting for it since then, and people have been waiting on it to hate it since then. If everyone who can't wait for this film to come out because they're going to love it didn't watch it, the people who hate it so much that it's coming out would still bring viewership records.
So the one thing I will say, and this might surprise Sam, because I've been saying that there's just no way I could imagine prior to today. There's no way I could imagine it defeating 1984. That just sounds absolutely insane. However, though, after today, there's no denying whether it looks shitty or not, whether you're interested or not. It's caused like a literal fucking firestorm on social medias. So much so that I don't know anymore, Lucas. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
I remember telling Sam years ago, well, 2-3 years ago, right after the movie came out, and another big film. Again, I'm not going to name it because now I'm sounding like a hater on them other people. Another big film came out, and I said, well, this is 2 years ago, 2019. Another big film came out. That film disappeared in 4 to 5 months. And I told Sam, I said, ain't it amazing that this other project that came out 2.5 years before it is more talked about than what is supposed to be one of the biggest movies in history? I said, someone's going to notice that, and someone's going to put it together and put it out because it's getting way too much attention. And this Snyder Cut attention has not dropped. It's only elevated. Yeah. That's crazy. You don't see that happening normally.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Elevated.
No, Lucas, if this were yesterday, I would have told you you're an old some bitch and there's no way it's defeating in 1984. I would have told you that verbatim. However, after today, I mean, dog, when I say that this shit exploded on social media, it was like a literal bomb went off.
But Jarrell, before today, if I told you that Coming to America would have beat 84's viewership numbers, would you have believed me?
Nope.
I don't know. Only just because people have such a thing for the original film. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? It was a bit
those same people who have such a thing for that original film knew going into it that sequel was going to be bad. and they still watched it.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. But,
they knew. All black people knew. We knew it. We knew it as a community. We said it. We said it as a community. We literally had votes on Twitter about how bad this movie is going to be.
There was, Jarrell, like people talking like, I don't know how bad it's going to be.
But as it pertains to Justice League,
to your credit, I had no hope. But I mean,
exactly. But
I knew people were going to watch it, though. I knew people were going to watch it.
As it pertains to Justice League, I've always believed that no matter what, people are going to watch this movie.
Yeah.
All you got to do is listen to people who absolutely hate the idea that this movie was being made. You know what they say? I'm still going to watch it, though. Of course you are. Of course you are. Like, we know you're going to watch it. And that's what's going to do. Even if most people
does it matter if they watch it, or does it just matter if they click on it?
And that's what I was about to say. It doesn't matter if you watch the whole 4 hours or if you watch 30 minutes.
Because that was only hole. That was the only hole in my armor.
It does not matter for streaming. Like when we get Super Bowl numbers and they tell you 100 million people watch the Super Bowl, they factor that number in by people who at least watch 5 minutes of the game. Same way counts for streaming. That's how you count viewership. If you open the app and you click on Justice League, or if your app automatically plays Justice League, guess what it counts as? A view for them.
Wait, so how big do you think the viewership is going to be?
Well, no company will give actual numbers. That's just not going to happen.
That's fair.
All Warner Brothers is going to come out and say after this movie debuts that this is the biggest debut on their platform ever. That's all they will tell you.
If you had to imagine a sort of metric, like if you were to forecast, like
if I put a total number to it, I would say possibly around 30 million. 30 to 40 million people.
So you think it's just dog walk in 1984? You're thinking like more than half of the fucking site is about to be like, let me at least just press play.
Because I think it's going to lead to more signups than Wonder Woman 84.
Holy shit.
Because I think this is, keep in mind, one thing about it being 4 hours, and I told Sam this before.
Yeah.
It's something that most people aren't going to watch in one sitting.
That's what I was saying. They're
going to stretch it out. And when you stretch something like this out, it's going to lead to more people downloading it.
Yeah.
That's it. Sure. Like this to me, you saw a streaming platform that's now at 41 million when before Wonder Woman 84, it was in the teens. So as HBOs constantly go up and up and up and more people subscribe to it, like the numbers are going to constantly climb with it.
Wow.
And I think the numbers are going to climb with this movie. Again, it has nothing to do with it being good or bad. I just think the interest in it is so high.
Yeah, again, prior to today, we would have going toe to toe. But I will say, because the only thing about the leak is that it's probably going to create a snowballing effect. Like you're saying, it's going to release in Spain this Saturday, which I had no idea about.
So in other words, the leak showed you just how big this movie was.
It showed me how big it could hit, would be a better way for me to put it.
And for me, I've been saying for the last 2 years, this was the biggest movie of 2020. And this is before the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I said this will be the biggest movie of 2020. And what I meant by that, I said it's going to have more anticipation than any film that comes out in 2020. It's going to have more, and it has more anticipation than any film that will release in 2021.
Interesting.
This is the big event film. Whether that's good or bad,
I have some pushback on that. I have some pushback on that because, like, for example, like I think like Sam doesn't like hearing this, but I think like for example, when Kong versus Godzilla comes out, that's gonna be crazy. Dog, that's gonna dog walk in terms of viewership.
See, but here's the thing though. At times, certain movies are big, but they're not the biggest events coming out. In the end, like Kong versus Godzilla is going to be more digestible than a 4-hour movie.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about raw traffic, raw viewership. I think it's going to be crazy, fam. It's going to be like a nuclear bomb went off.
But you know what's going to hurt its traffic? It's releasing in theaters the same day.
I don't know.
But like this, Tom and Jerry had really good streaming numbers, supposedly.
It did.
Tom and Jerry also made $14 million in theaters without New York being open.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
So Kong versus Godzilla is opening when New York will be open. So if Kong versus Godzilla comes out and it does really good streaming, it's probably still going to do 25 to 30 million in the box office.
God damn! Shout out to Godzilla and King Kong, but Kong, I should be saying.
And that's actually a good thought because the Zack Snyder Justice League is not going to have any kind of box office distribution. Like it is strictly
streaming and global. VOD. That's it. Yeah, it's not giving you any other way to see this.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is the streaming. This is definitely the streaming event of the year. To me, this is the motion picture event of the year. I don't see anything being bigger than this.
I'm trying to think.
Weird.
So when does The Matrix come out?
It comes out later this year, but it won't touch December. This.
That's not a hill I'm willing to die on, but that's an interesting.
It's not gonna touch this. It doesn't have the build up for it.
Not yet.
I don't think it could ever. You need 3 years build up to match this movie at this point. Yes. You need 3 years.
No, it depends. It depends.
3 years worth of build up.
The only point I can give you, the only point I can give you, Lucas, is the as weird as it sounds, the haters. Ironically, the trolls, the haters, are going to be some of the people that are there day one.
They can.
Zack is the first history of man. Wait, what is this person saying? Zack is the first man in history that can retrospect his own movie. Do you guys realize? What in the world are you talking about, J-Bone? What you talking about?
That can, and then retro. That doesn't seem like that's the word you wanted to use there.
I think I know what he means, but
I think I know what he means.
The verb.
And I hate to inform you, just as I hate to inform everybody else. The reason there's a Snyder cut is coming out now is because they're into production on a movie that's going to erase that this movie was ever existed.
Ouch.
Like you might as well force yourself to understand that they are currently filming a film. That whole job is to erase the point that this movie was ever made.
That's fucked up, Lucas.
Do y'all think that this is possible? Do y'all think that
Magic it crashed? I'm sorry. You can crash a Disney app. You can crash possibly a Hulu app.
You ain't crashing HBO, baby.
You ain't crashing HBO. You're not crashing HBO.
Let me tell you something. If you crash HBO, y'all niggas done press the fuck out of me. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I don't think you can crash an HBO app. This ain't no small company here. This ain't no organization here. It's hard to you're talking about crashing an AT&T app.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
So when it's coming, nothing is compared to this, dude.
Ivan, listen.
That's an odd film to put up there as like. Was that supposed to be like a bomb drop?
Well, I mean, I understand where that person's coming from, and let me tell you,
from a technical standpoint, I can see it.
But come on, dog. The firestorm that Snyder cut. Well, listen, Dune's gonna do just fine. However, Snyder cut. What Matrix 4, Kong vs. Godzilla? I mean, we're talking about heavy traffic.
Let's put it like this: the biggest films of this year to me is Snyder Cut, No Time to Die.
Dune's in there though. It's in there.
Oh no! I'll give you 3. I'm going to give you 3 here: Snyder Cut, No Time to Die, and possibly Fast 9.
You're talking about the tippy top of what's going to be,
and I'm putting Snyder Cut on top of the next James Bond movie, and that's
I would too. What you talking about? I was just saying.
Nothing else is going over that James Bond movie. Absolutely.
Who wants to see that bitch ass James Bond movie?
Okay, everybody. I hate to tell you this, but everybody.
No,
I'm really actually
everybody
waiting for that.
That is the film that's going to like catapult the international box office to a place that most films can't reach.
Okay, well maybe I can't argue that, but like, come on.
So Lucas, I'm gonna ask you one last question, and this is kind of like just kind of shifting this because at this point I feel like we've understood where this is gonna happen, what's happening. When it comes to Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad comes out, is it August or is it? It's August, right?
Yeah.
With James Gunn.
So it comes out this year?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna have a dual distribution, theaters and
theater and HBO Max.
So my question is this: do you think because that's coming out, right? Because we talked about the hypothetical of David Ayer's cut, back a year ago.
Oh,
If this Zack Snyder's Justice League does well from a distribution standpoint,
David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad,
do you think that they will do that like next year, or will they ever do it?
Do we have to talk about the goddamn David Ayer's cut?
Yeah, we have to.
I'm curious.
We can end it right here. Who's asking for David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad?
Not me and not my mama.
Nobody. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Nobody. I mean, here's the thing. It's people who love Zack Snyder as a director. I don't know why, but Snyder Luther King. I understand. People love him.
Stop.
And it's people who hate David Ayers as a director. Like, he's after End of Watch, he did nothing else good. So why would I think a Suicide Squad that's 3 hours long is going to be something I want to watch?
But no, I'm asking, do you think that they would put
I don't think so. I don't think so,
so
because they already have the project lined up with a television show already.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Because the Suicide Squad is coming out, it would kind of be like a contradiction
to the other Suicide Squad. And
even though it has the same exact actors in it. It's hard to
see, but with this, you're gonna retcon it anyway. And we know they're gonna retcon it. They didn't even hide the point that they're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
They let you know, hey, this is one film. Not only is this one film, we got this other film in production with this other hero who tends to time travel and he can erase everything all over again. So yeah, it's gonna happen.
I think
he put Snyder Luther King. I have been calling Zach that for a year and a half. I've been calling him Snyder Luther King.
Oh goodness! Careful with the music, Samuel. Goodness.
He definitely did. But yeah, so it's 174 of you guys here. Thank you so much for watching.
Please don't let anybody out there destroy your hopes with this. Don't let anybody out know the unnecessary trolls try to make you feel bad because you don't want to watch their leaks, because you don't want to follow their Twitter thread with all the bullshit that they're putting out about this movie. Fuck all of them, man. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. If you got to turn off your social media or block them niggas, block every single one of them. If they're going to post something about this movie and you don't want to see it, block them.
That's fine.
They're not your friends anyway. Nigga, Grace Randolph didn't even post anything about this. And she posts about everything. She does. And she left this completely alone. Because guess what? People with integrity don't post stuff like this. It's people who want attention and who think that if I post it first, people will care about my channel. People will care about my platform. People don't give a fuck about anything you put out. And they shouldn't, because you're only doing it to just fuck with other people. Mm-hmm. We're not in a time, we're not in a place in this world where that's going to be okay. I am not about stealing people's joy at all. It's not. It doesn't work for me. I'm hoping you love it.
So, Lucas, one thing, and I'm sure you're going to disagree, but I did want to say though that I do think that I think there's a curious case for two more sequels.
At one point I did.
Let me rephrase. I think it's possible.
At one point I thought maybe, just maybe. Then the restructure happened.
The restructure
for Warner Media.
Their new plans.
Not with the movies, but the restructure and the power structure changed. And when that power structure changed, and then they rushed Flash into pre-production, that told me everything I needed to know. I said, okay, I get what you're doing now. Because it's no secret. You don't even have to lie about it anymore. Walter did not want this movie to see the light of day.
Okay.
4 or 5 months ago, they literally put him over anything DC related on any Warner Media's platform. He's over.
How surprised would you be if it did happen? Again, non-DCEU films. That's all I'm talking about.
I would be extremely surprised.
Interesting.
And I could give you an equivalent of it, but boy, would it sound horrible. So I'm
not. No, say it. Go ahead. No. I want to hear it. What you got? You've already said some more.
I got a terrible feeling about what he about to
He's already said.
I can feel it in my gut.
Okay, fine.
But let's just say, like, it just seems highly unlikely because they've done everything to tell you that they don't want this relationship to continue.
Okay.
Like they've letting you know, like, we don't really need it to continue, but we want this project out. And as I've said countless times, the only reason this project initially saw the light of day is because we were in a pandemic and they needed content.
I just feel like if it rings the bell hard enough, I just think it's a maybe. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a maybe.
I think
non-DCEU, even just streaming just straight to HBO.
I think you would see more connections to Flash before they erase it, if that's the case. Not necessarily a bigger project, because there's no need for it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, you know, Flash is set to reset everything. That's the whole purpose of Flash. The movie is to reset everything humanly possible with DC's film universe. So if it hits hard enough, you may ask Andy, "K, could we put a tad few elements of the Justice League in this movie?" But like we already know, one is a certain actor that's not coming back under any circumstances.
What, Henry?
No, the other guy.
Yeah, or the other guy. What other guy?
Just think for a second. Sam said I'm not allowed to mention his name on this platform, but he's not coming back. He's not coming back under any circumstances to anything related. So if that's the case, I don't think they're going to go out their way to recast his role. I don't think they're going to want to go out their way to continue working with Zack. I think Zack actually has a very lucrative deal with Netflix, and I want to know how exclusive that deal is with Netflix.
Okay.
And what Netflix made him sign to say that you can't do projects for other people while you're with us, because that's what a lot of these studios do when they sign directors, is they only want your work with them. I think all of that plays against any form of a sequel. And the point that Zack has even said, it's highly unlikely anything will continue.
I don't like his wording when he comes to describing the sequels,
because he wants to be honest about it, and I don't blame him for that.
He leaves the door open just a little bit
because he wants it to be open just a little bit.
But I don't know what he wants.
He's not going to say. He's not going to say. By the way, had a conversation with Walter, and he said, "Fuck you. This is it." Like he's not going to have that conversation.
That's a little bit aggressive. But
when you have the three top people who make movies for the studio all already not wanting this movie to come out, I don't care what success you get. Clearly, Toby hated the Joker so much he sold most of the rights off of it before it came out.
Yeah.
Okay, but Lucas, for the love of God, if this thing comes out and it hits as big as what you're implying, which is way bigger than what I would ever imagined, I feel like that's a paradoxical situation.
Here's the thing, Jarrell. It's going to hit that big of a number and still possibly be one of the most critically panned projects to drop.
Yikes.
And that will push them of saying, no, we got our proof. That's all they're going to say is, we got our proof.
Second question: if let's say it really rings the bell, could potentially make them look at Zack differently? Could it make them be like, oh, maybe we might have an ace in our sleeve?
No, because he wasted $900 million of their money already.
Yeah,
they don't care at this point.
Lucas don't give a fuck.
Yeah. He wasted $900 million of their money at this point. They don't care. I think they're happy at the place where the DC movies are at.
Interesting.
And because they're happy with their place, they don't want to go backwards, but they wanted to give fans, they wanted to do something that other companies aren't willing to do. And they wanted to give fans something and say, hey, we hear you. We're going to give you this version, but this is it. Like, we're not doing this again. We are in the business of making money. We are not in the business of pleasing people.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this isn't a hill I'm trying to die on, but I do think it's a curious thing to think of the sequels happening. And
like you would get the 4-hour cut of Black Panther before you get the sequels.
Dang. On that note, we're gonna end this. You guys, thank you so much for being here. It's 155 of you guys here. Please make sure you leave a like. Make sure you go down to the description bar below. Check out Jarrell Alexander's channel. Check out his Twitch. He is about to hit 19,000 subscribers. If you don't mind, go ahead and sub to him. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's going to be a very interesting time. If you enjoyed our back and forth banter, definitely go and check out our Twitch because we did a whole Man of Steel commentary already on that Twitch. So definitely go and check that out. And we're going to be coming back this week sometime to watch Batman vs Superman together, just us three. So if you want to see interesting entertainment that's completely unfiltered and uncut, because we go there when it comes to Twitch, there's no limitations there. So if you want to see more, definitely go and check us out right there. It's in the description bar below. Gentlemen, you got any final thoughts about Zack Snyder's Justice League? And just about what's going on now. Lucas, I do appreciate you for coming.
Man, listen.
I'll give it over to you real quick.
Again, just sit back, avoid all spoilers, and wait it out. Enjoy it when you can get the project. Don't let these people ruin any excitement you're going to have for this by them just being trolls and leaking everything to fuck with you.
Yeah, don't let anyone ruin your I'm trying to give all the hope I can give to Zach because I don't think he has much hope. But listen, I think the Snyder Cut looks good. I want to see it. That's about the most positive thing I can really say. I'm very curious to see the Snyder Cut. I think it looks good. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like a good deal of fun. But man, oh man, he fuck. Zach is in an awkward. What happened?
What the flip? Yo, what? Lucas, are you prophetic or something?
Why? What happened?
Look.
You got
she
twice
does.
a day, Zach.
She got this, man.
Hey, I told you, Joe. I told you.
Over there.
Yo, she is.
Yeah,
she is amazing.
I know so many people that hate her. I know so many people that hate her. I freaking love her. She's hilarious.
How the flip?
I can't believe you just said
so instead of her bad mouthing it or posting it illegally like everyone else, instead because she didn't do it and her platform is huge,
sure,
she gets to get an interview. Wow. Another interview with Zach to literally possibly talk about the leak.
It literally says it right here. It says
yeah. So Grace Randolph has a video with Zack Snyder talking about the leak, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm actually very curious to hear this. Despite there's something that Lucas said that I'm just gonna not talk about Grace. Can we do that? I'm not gonna talk about her. But moving past that, that's good. But that's good for you. But I'm glad you.
Hey man, she is like white woman nerd excitement. I'm all for it.
She gets the exclusives, man. I'll tell you
that. She gotta get. Her hustle is amazing.
She don't miss.
Amazing, Joe.
She don't miss.
No. She's got a nice hustle game.
She literally said, "While everyone else is posting shit and posting this, I'll just use this as an opportunity to let Zach talk about the leak and how he feels about it on my platform."
Yeah, I can't wait. I almost want to press play now, but no, I am curious what he said. I can say that confidently. I'm curious what he says.
I mean, what's to stop us from just pushing play right now?
I mean,
somebody hold on. Who said it? Ivan said 18 more minutes, dog.
Oh, because it's only 18 minutes long?
Yeah.
Nigga, can't y'all find this on YouTube?
Hey, look.
I mean,
do y'all want us to watch it? Do y'all want us to watch
my
it?
Nigga,
look.
Press play. It's too late. Press play.
Look, have y'all ever I don't think I've ever even looked at a video of Grace with Lucas, so I don't even know how this is gonna work.
Listen, the best thing I can say about Grace is no comment, but you can throw 60 seconds on the clock.
Look, I don't know how this is about to go. All right, we rolling that joint. All right.
No, we don't.
Just for y'all.
We don't like to just take it easy, take it smooth. Yeah.
This is so weird. I feel so awkward watching this.
I have to say, you have the coolest leaks.
So we're watching Zack Snyder talk to Grace Randolph.
We're getting very close to March 18th. So close that people are beginning to make a plan on how to watch this 4-hour film. And who better to make that plan with than you?
Yes.
So we decided to do Zack Snyder's guide on how to watch the Snyder Cut.
I mean, look.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
God.
We can
that,
skip all of this. All of
Yeah,
this
skip
is
it.
not unnecessary.
there's two sort of philosophies.
Yeah, skip.
You know,
Let's see if she's
well, there's
got
probably more than
timestamps.
two.
Normally she's got good
the simple way to think
timestamps.
about it is there's either the kind of
Yes,
there's-
she's
maybe
the
it's two
she's
kind of
the
watchers.
goat at
There's
timestamps.
someone who's going to take their time.
All right.
not
Oh, nigga, they didn't talk
not
anything about the
just
leak. She just said you have the best
in a
leaks.
Single flash.
Yeah, and then I guess they moved
And for
off.
those
Interesting.
people,
Hey, she didn't care.
you know, this viewer's guide might help.
What the fuck?
I think for the pro viewer,
So she don't talk about the.
who's
Hey,
gonna-
man, she is a professional
You're gonna
journalist.
mainline
I can help
Yo,
you
she
a little
milked
bit
that
to not
title
get, like,
perfectly.
to know where, you know,
She
you
got
might,
us.
Yeah, she got us.
You know,
Yeah, we don't need to
I
watch
wanna-
the rest of it. I don't need to. I don't
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
hear.
yeah. Go ahead and stop it.
I don't need to
March
hear
18th,
her and God
next
Snyder
week.
talk about how to
Yeah.
view.
The week is going
Hold
to
on.
kick
I'm
off
gonna
Their
listen
with
to
the
the end.
virtual premiere on
Yeah.
Monday, March 15th. What can fans expect?
You know, I don't know that it's going to be. I'm also still waiting to see what that means. Like, I've never done a virtual premiere. You're probably a much better. You're more of a veteran of virtual premieres than I am. So maybe I should ask you what I should expect. A lot of kind of what we're doing now. I don't know. Am I walking anywhere? I don't. I honestly, I don't know.
Like, I'm sure HBO Max has some really
Hmm.
cool stuff planned for you.
Interesting.
They have the emojis that have already come out and everything, so they're really ramping everything up.
So
That's great.
I got a question
So
to
I
ask
can't wait
you,
to see how
Lucas,
these
on
last
that
2 weeks
joint.
unfold.
Me either.
Because it looks like it don't sound like he really wanted that virtual premiere.
Like he didn't want it?
Well, maybe I heard it wrong.
No. He was basically saying that he's never had one before, which most
Yeah,
people
yeah,
haven't.
yeah. Yeah, it's not like he didn't know.
Okay. I thought he was saying that.
No, he's never done one, so he doesn't. He has a slightest idea how a virtual premiere works.
Right.
Like this is a new game for most people, so they had the slightest idea how this works. I mean, clearly Warner Brothers. I mean, HBO Max did it before because they did it with Warner 84, right?
Yeah, I think that the last one that I was a part of. No. They didn't do it with 84. So they had like a red carpet event, and they showed like the first 10 minutes of the movie. That's it. They didn't show anything else of the
So
whole
right now,
movie.
For that virtual premiere, have they told you they're showing you the whole movie?
Yeah. It's only by select people only that are getting that invite, but they're seeing the whole time.
So in other words, if you don't have Snyder Cut somewhere in your bio, you ain't getting into that. You're not getting into it under no circumstance.
Interesting.
Something to that nature, because
that should be the case. It really should be. It should be the people who have been clamoring for this movie. They should be the only ones to be able to see it at that virtual premiere. No one else should be able to see it.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't let another soul see it.
I disagree, but that's an interesting. That's an intriguing.
I would only let people who have been clamoring and been wanting this movie, because they are in the thousands upon thousands anyway. Those would be the only ones I would let see it. It's like when Marvel does their test screenings, or Disney in general does them.
Oh, you're right.
They test screen in front of Disney employees. They don't let just normal people in there.
That's fair.
Like, no. That's all I would do. And everybody else, you can wait till the 18th, and I think you'll love it.
So
not literally love it, because it's not going to be good, but you'll love to wait for it.
Stop.
No, I just wanted to clear it up. I didn't want to give false hope.
Jesus, but so prior to Zack Snyder, prior to Zack Snyder being revealing to the world, prior to it being confirmed, like Snyder Cut's happening, it's coming in 2021, blah 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 blah. What did you think about the Snyder Cut releasing in the near future?
I said the Snyder Cut was coming out. When did HBO Max get announced, Sam? November 2019?
Yeah.
Officially. In November 2019, I said in our little chat that the Snyder Cut was coming out, and it was coming on HBO Max. To me, it was guaranteed. Yes.
Yeah, we had a private conversation about it and everything.
Yeah, I knew then it was coming out. It was obvious to me. In the end, it's content. Content rules. I knew it wasn't getting a theater release. I knew that much, but I knew it was coming on HBO Max. They needed a project, and boy, is this a project. And in the end, it cost them what, 70 million?
Some shit like that, I think.
like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's plenty more shittier films that they're going to drop that were HBO Max exclusives that they spent more than 70 million on.
I apologize for the dislikes that you guys said.
Look, no, it's all good.
Anybody who saw Lockdown with Chick-fil-A F War, I'm never going to say his name right.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
That guy.
Oh yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
And Anne Hathaway. If you saw that movie, you knew that was at least 30 million wasted.
Who the fuck went out of the way to watch that film?
Somebody saw it. They saw Anne Hathaway and Chick-fil-A and thought I need to see this movie. But that's what I mean. But like that's at least 30 million wasted. So if I got to just do 70 million and I get a complete project for that much money,
sure.
Netflix spent 150 million on Outside the Wire. Do you know how bad Outside the Wire is?
I don't even know what that is.
It was the Anthony Mackie movie you're talking about?
Yeah, it was the movie it was the movie that really proved that Anthony Mackie shouldn't star in anything.
Ouch.
I didn't say that, you guys.
Yeah, I didn't listen. That wasn't me.
I mean, he was good in She Hate Me. But that's about it. That's about it. Other than that, he's been Cap's magical Negro.
Well, we're gonna end on that note. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm about to cut my motherfucking stream too because I my back hurts, my foot hurts, and I'm sick of talking about this goddamn nigga.
Well, somebody who's 30, you sound really old. With my back hurt, my feet hurt.
Listen, I'm becoming an old man, niggas. All right, it is what it is. I'm gonna be just like this fool, the dark side. I'm standing all crooked.
Hey, look, Jarrell, did you realize that we've only been streaming for 1 hour and 50 minutes?
He said only.
We've only been streaming for hear me real carefully. We've only been streaming for 1 hour and 50 minutes. But sure. Batman versus Superman is 3 hours long. And so we're gonna have a very interesting time.
Oh wait, we're doing the ultimate cut?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait. When are we doing this? Wait, hold on. Pause everything, stop everything. When are we doing the BVS thing? When are we doing that?
We're doing that this week, fam.
I know, but when? Foolish, when?
Look, I need to know what y'all schedules are. We ain't talked about it, daggone.
I guess we can talk about it. I thought y'all had a date, but
nah, it's just 3 this week.
It's 3 hours and 30 minutes long.
Yeah, it's long.
All right.
It's long.
This warning. If I pass out drunk halfway through it, it's your fault. You know now. I got through my entire bottle of tequila during Man of Steel.
Look, first of all, just as long as you have your EpiPen on you at all times and you have somebody monitoring you, I'm fine with that. But otherwise, no.
I'm gonna get Dr. Conrad Murray to come here with me and monitor me while we do this BVS cut.
Yeah, I may have, miscellaneous, some things. But moving past that, though, no, I'm looking forward to this. As long as we start early afternoon or some shit, I'm with it. Something like that.
Right, remember, you asked for this. That's all I'm gonna say. You asked for this, and it ain't gonna be Man of Steel. Trust me, that was light. That was light.
The reason why I'm doing this, Lucas, is because I got to prepare us for the 4-hour joint.
No, you don't. You really didn't. I saw all the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. Like, I don't need preparing for a long movie. I saw Nymphomaniac. I saw the full cut of that movie, which is 4.5 hours long.
Yo, Nymphomaniac is fucking lit, fam.
Yeah.
That shit is lit.
I don't need to be prepared to watch a 4-hour movie, but if you want to punish me by making me sit through BVS, that's fine. If I call Superman a murderer constant times during that movie, just understand why. Because he's a murderer. A murderer.
Understood. We're gonna go. Everybody just watch this. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching the stream, people.
Twitter, YouTube. Follow my man Jarrell Alexandria. Get him to hit the 19,000. He's almost
20,000. 20,000.
20,000.
Nigga, did you just dab?
Wait, no, wait, no, wait. What? All right, we're definitely gonna cut the feed now. We just lost like 20 people right there. Y'all take care. Be blessed, everybody.